Okay, so I am so happy that you are here today, and I want to commend you all for, instead of going to Washington, D.C., coming here to the center of the universe, East Haddam, Connecticut. Now, that is not to say that what goes on in Washington doesn't matter, and that we're not going to hold our government accountable. In fact, Connecticut sends 5 U.S. reps and 2 senators to Washington. Only one of them is a woman, and if the best the patriarchy can do is Donald J. Trump, we need to change things. But East Haddam is also the center of the universe because that is where we are. Wherever you're standing is the center of the universe because that is where you have an opportunity to do good. This is the center of my universe. By our sign, a message of love that's shone out like a beacon in a very dark time. And it's been a bunch of us together. We do this every Saturday. Not quite so many people, but the same spirit. What that sign did was it made us a community. A community is a group of people who recognize that they have a common destiny. And it doesn't matter to me who you love or how you worship or where you're from. If you're part of my community, I have your back. So that means if our government says that Muslims have to register, I'm going to get my Irish Catholic behind in line, and I'm going to be the first to sign up. Because that shows solidarity, and it throws sand in the gears of oppression, which we can do over and over and over together. Being a community means that we recognize and are proud of being a nation of immigrants, so we welcome every newcomer with open arms, not judgment. It means that we respect the safety of every member of our community, so we teach our daughters and our sons that it is not locker room talk, it is sexual assault, and it is a crime. I'm so happy. I am so happy to be here. Every Saturday when I come here, I feel great love. Do you feel that? Would you like to keep feeling that? And I want you to take what you're feeling right now home to your own community. And I want you to share it with your neighbors. And it will not diminish what you feel one bit, because one of the great miracles of love is that when you divide it, it only multiplies. It's a force. And I want to thank Donald J. Trump for awakening that force in America. I have been a troublemaker all my life, and I have never had so much company. I am sorry for him that all he has is the power of an office. We have something so much greater. And that's why. So we are called the resistance. I want to be a lot more than that. I think that this mighty power should not be squandered on just stopping things. We need to make things go. I just spent the past week in Louisiana interviewing poor people who are living in the same conditions that their grandparents, great-grandparents lived in. Nothing has changed for them because America hasn't truly been awake. It's time for us to wake up. 1 in 5 American children live in poverty. Do you think we can change that? The major cause of bankruptcy is this: the richest country in the world is medical debt. Do you think we can change that? We better change that. We incarcerate a higher percentage of our citizens than any nation in the world by a long shot, and in so doing, we destroy black lives and black communities. Do you think we can change that? And as the great civil rights leader Ella Baker said, we who believe in freedom cannot rest. Yes, what happens in Washington matters, but what happens in your community drives what happens in Washington. So go home to your neighborhood, to your school, to your faith community, and meet your neighbors. Form that bond of love and see what needs to happen to make your community an outpost of America. The America that we learned about in civics class. The America with freedom and justice for all, not just for some. We can make that more than rhetoric because we have built community, the most powerful force on earth. Thank you for showing up today. Showing up is such a miracle. That's what's going to change the world. The great peace leader once said, participation is going to change the human race. And he was right. So let's go home. Let's work hard. Let's work against Trump, yes, but for each other. Mainly for each other. And let's make America greater than it has ever been. Thank you.